How do I, focus me. All right, hey guys. Today I thought we would do the very popular trend of make an assumption about me. So I saw Samantha Ravindal do this and I love her. I think she's amazing. So I wanted to do it as well. And I think my phone just died. Nope, we're good. So she did it and I saw it and I thought it was so funny and I loved all of her answers and they were super funny. So I wanted to do it as well because I am a sheeple. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to make an assumption about me. I did it on my Edgy Veg Instagram first, and then I asked you guys a day later on my personal Instagram. I was getting 2 different types of answers, which is always really fun because I like to see the difference between the 2 Instagram accounts. Also, what do you guys think of my new dress? I bought this dress. It's very cute. It has like a cute little slit up the side here. Also, I got my hair and makeup done today because I have a bunch of events later. So shout out to my girl Kat who does all my hair and makeup and kills it. Like she's a miracle worker. Like can we just look at my eyes right now? Amazing. Okay, where is it? I really should be more prepared than this. Meh. I am going to go through your responses and react to them. Super fun. I'll keep them anonymous, so don't worry about it. I'm not gonna call you out about anything, but let's get to it because we've got a lot to go through. So first one, you secretly have a shrine worshiping cats but pretend to be a dog person. Haha, false. There's a little something going on between you and John. Listen guys, a lady never spills her personal business, and that's all I'm going to say about that. You are an only child. False. I am actually one of 5 children. So I have myself, obviously I was born. And then I have 2 biological sisters that are both younger. And then I have a stepbrother and a stepsister that are both younger as well because my parents divorced and then my mom remarried and my stepdad has 2 kids. So there was 5 of us growing up, which was chaotic, but also fun. You are into punk music. This is true. And also, well, it's partially true. So when I was growing up, I definitely was into like the punk rock, like emo-y type of stuff. And I still really love that type of music from when I grew up. And I'll throw it on every once in a while and listen to it. You don't actually need those glasses. You just want to look cool. So I don't need my glasses. I have them for those days that I don't wear makeup because I think it makes me look better. Damn it! I really want to call out who called me out in this, but I'm not going to. You don't really like everything you cook. By the way, I adore you. That's not meant as an insult. I have a rule. If I'm not going to eat it, I don't cook it. So I don't share recipes with you guys that I don't actually like. You're the sexiest teaching assistant Hogwarts has ever seen. I wish. I would love to be a teaching assistant at Hogwarts. What would I teach? Guys, what would I teach? Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think I would teach at Hogwarts. Where did you get your glasses? So my glasses, which I love and don't need, they're from I Buy Direct. You'd like to see the manager. Hysterical. I actually don't enjoy conflict and will take great leaps to not ever have to talk to a manager or create conflict. Like if I'm trying to return something and they're like, oh no, you can't return it for X reason, I will be like, okay, have a nice day because I'm a wimp. There's not a vegan blue cheese you wouldn't with. I would love to find a legit vegan blue cheese. I've had a couple blue cheesy flavored things and they're a bit too feety for me, which I get. Blue cheese is like, it does smell like feet and kind of tastes like feet, but like in a good way. Like it's like the good feet. If you have a recommendation for really legit vegan blue cheese, let me know. I'd love to throw some of that stuff on a salad or a pizza. Let's be serious, I'm throwing it on the pizza. You probably care too much about others' opinions. Yes, and also no. I used to really care about other people's opinions, like to a fault. Like it was an issue. I was definitely a chameleon. I didn't really know who I was and I wasn't self-confident enough to have my own personality. So I would kind of morph into the people around me. And when I started doing YouTube, YouTube was actually a meaner place before. Like 8 years ago when I started doing this, it was definitely meaner than it is now, believe it or not. And people would say, you're wearing too much makeup, you're not wearing enough makeup, you're too skinny, you're too fat. Like, so I had this beauty mark on my lip here, and people would be like, you have herpes, and I'd be like, off. So yeah, I actually don't really care about what people think anymore. There are some things on my personal account, I'm definitely more open there on my personal Instagram, where I will share more intimate photos of myself and be more vulnerable and celebrate my body a bit more. And sometimes I do wonder if people see those and they think I'm like super vain and full of myself, which is not the case. It's just the way that I'm learning to embrace my body and who I am as a 30+ woman. So I definitely care a lot less now. Pretty much, like, if you're not here to support me and bring positivity to my life, thank you, next, goodbye. You've done it, you've reached maximum geek rocker. I try. I do wear my glasses and a top knot and a rocker shirt most days. You've slipped up and eaten an animal product while being vegan. This is true, actually. I have ordered like a latte, for example, and asked for non-dairy milk, and halfway through drinking it realized that this tastes weird, or I'm not feeling so well, or once I'm finished a couple hours later, like my stomach will just think, I'm like, oh, I had a feeling that might have been dairy and that they screwed up, and I drank it anyway. Actually, another thing that I did, we have pizza here in Canada, and they started using non-dairy cheese, and I ordered a pizza with non-dairy cheese, and I got the pizza and it looked, I don't know, I was like, wow, this non-dairy cheese is really good. And I ate the pizza, and then I had a couple pieces left over. This is when I was still married, and my ex-husband, like, he was eating the leftovers or whatever, and he was like, I'm pretty sure that this is real cheese. And then we got the pizza a second time because the cheese was so good and we were just so blown away. And the cheese was totally different because it was the legit non-dairy cheese, and we ate real cheese the first time. So it does happen, but you can't beat yourself up about it, because it's not your fault. You're down to earth and real. I mean, I try to be, sure. Thank you if that's what you think. I mean, that is my goal. I do want to be as real and down to earth as possible. There's no point in being someone that you're not. Speaking of being down to earth and real, I need to move because I'm uncomfortable. I sit like a child. Like, I can't just like sit and cross my legs. Like, I'm like sitting cross-legged on my sofa right now. You're super compassionate and giving, and sometimes it bites you in the ass. Yes. I'm a terrible judge of character. I let people take advantage of me because I'm an insufferable people pleaser. And I just want to make people happy and help people. And sometimes when you give a lot, people take advantage of you, which has happened in my past. So I'm trying to be more aware of that. You like old movies, Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, Jimmy Stewart, etc. Nailed it. I love old movies. This like old Hollywood, God, black and white movies. Audrey Hepburn, Cary Grant is so sexy. I could watch them all day. I don't know, there's something beautiful about them, about that time where you struggled a bit more than we do now. And you know, it was pure while also being like kind of raunchy. I mean, do you ever watch an old movie and you're like just expecting it to be all like Pleasantville and like Stepfordy and like, oh, no one had affairs and nobody was cheating, and then you watch them when you're a bit older and you're like, oh, there's like some sexy, often slightly rapey undertone to this. Like, what were they thinking? And also, I just loved the fashion back then. I loved how women went out in public and were always dressed up, and it was just such a sexy class to it. Like, it was subtle. It like oozed sex without being completely exposed, which I love. Self-confident vegan bitch in a good way. I love you though, and your recipes. I'm confident now. Yeah, it took a while to get there, but I'm definitely confident now. Am I a bitch? I don't think so. I mean, I think I can be a bitch, like in my relationships sometimes, because I am super bossy. But no, I really strive to be a nice, good, compassionate, kind person. You've always had a good relationship with food. Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. I've never suffered from any sort of eating disorder. I've always loved food. Like, food has always brought me extreme happiness. I've struggled with my weight here and there, but that kind of stopped after I went vegan. So yeah, food just makes me so happy. Food, now I'm hungry. You don't want kids. You know what, I don't want kids. I think, how to phrase this? I don't feel the need to have children. I think if I have children, it will be because I meet a man that makes me want to be a mother and makes me want to have children in my life. Yeah, I don't have that like maternal need. I have 2 dogs. Like if there is any sort of maternal thing going on here, like they definitely cater to that. They satisfy that need. But yeah, I definitely, with my ex, I definitely didn't want children with him, and I knew that. It was a big topic that we had a lot of discussions about because he really wanted kids, and I couldn't see me having children with him. I really didn't want to have kids with him. But I've met some people here and there throughout my life that have been like, I could have children with you. So I'm just waiting, you know, for the right person to make me feel like, oh, I want to make sexy vegan babies with you and make them be awesome and beautiful like we are. So I'm waiting for that. You work harder on your fitness than you let on. Guys, you always think I work out so hard. I really don't. I do Pilates like 3 times a week, and I walk places, not in the winter. And yeah, that's about it. I'll like do squats at home, and I love to go out dancing on the weekend, but that's about it. Like I just vegan. You were a cheerleader. Sorry, that's the best I've got. Facts, I was a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader in elementary school and the first year of high school. You squat when you pee. Also facts. Yes, I do that. Mostly in public. And actually, I have a squatty potty. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Life-changing. Life-changing. You were emo/punky as a teenager. Oh my God. Was I ever? I wonder if I have any photos. I feel like my mom has all my photos. If I can find a photo of me as like a punk rocker, I'll put it in here. It's terrifying. But I definitely wore like Dickies striped, like straight, tight pants. And I was always like kind of a girly punker though. I didn't have like the crazy emo hair. I didn't do the gauging with my ears. I don't have anything pierced, so I didn't have any of the piercings, but I definitely loved the music, and I definitely was like an angsty teen. I had like the dirty, greasy brown hair. You don't take vitamins, do you? I try. I'm really bad with taking pills every day. I have like my vitamin container, and it's like Monday to Friday. No, that's wrong. That's not how the week goes. It's Sunday to Saturday, and I put them in there, and then I always forget to take them. I do get B12 shots every 2 weeks though. You don't like some people in the vegan community, but you're classy, so you'll never tell. Yes. You wish you lived in another decade just for the fashion. Oh my God, this is so true. If I could choose like any decade to live in for the fashion, it would probably be late 60s, early 70s, or like 1940s, like early 1940s. Definitely. I love that shit. You're a great friend. I am a great friend. I don't have a lot of friends. I like to keep my social circles, like my close, tight-knit social circle, fairly small because I am so busy, and if I have too many friends, I tend to spread myself too thin, and then I feel like I can't be the friend that I want to be. So I tend to have like 5 girlfriends, and I try really hard to be a good friend to them. You wish your ex wasn't featured so much in your cookbook. Oh yeah, I definitely wish that that was the case. Well, you live and you learn. Don't work with your partners. You're actually a cat person. No. Okay, here's my thing with cats and dogs. If I was to die in my apartment and I had a dog, the dog would try to get help. If I was to die in my apartment and I had a cat, the cat would eat me. That's the difference between cats and dogs. I think cats are demons. You're a heavy metal fan. Yes. Yes, I am. Well, not so much anymore. Like, I still love the classics that I listened to when I was younger, but I'm not up to date at all with what's happening in the metal scene right now. A lot of people think that I like cats. There's a lot of people here that are saying you actually like cats. No, you could not be more wrong. Cats are demons. You have big energy. I do. I really do. I have humongous energy. You a hoe, no slut shaming. I mean, a hoe comes from the root word whore, which is a prostitute. And a prostitute, I am not. So there. You were voted most likely to rob a bank in high school. Just kidding. I was actually a huge like stoner in high school, and I had no friends because I was bullied. So I just smoked a lot of weed, and read a lot of books. You speak one language, English. No, I speak two languages, English and Deutsch. You once were a Victoria's Secret model, but your dogs couldn't handle it, so you quit. Guys, I wasn't going to share this on my channel, but that is fact. No, hell no. I mean, today I kind of look like a Victoria's Secret model because my friend did my hair and my makeup. So like, wait, can I make this like really look like I just got out of bed? No, like, no. I hate getting my photo taken. I feel uncomfortable in front of the camera. No. Never. I could never model. I'm too goofy and weird. It's a problem. You are the realest person. Compared to what? You were into drama and art in high school. Yes. Yes, I was. I was in drama class. I was in art classes. I learned very quickly that I'm not very good at traditional art. So now I make these. I'm a better artist in the kitchen for sure. You are beautiful, hard-driven, wow. You're beautiful, driven, hard worker, and humble. I'm definitely, you know what? I'm not as driven as I would like to be. I'm a Taurus, so I'm super lazy, and I really just enjoy doing the bare minimum, but I do become obsessed with my work, so I will work like 18-hour days. You are enjoying your independence as of late. Oh, hell yes. I love being out of my past relationship. I love being strong and independent as a woman and inspiring other women to be the same. I'm confident for the first time, and it all comes from that independence and feeling sure of myself. In my last relationship, I really wasn't built up with confidence. I was never made to feel confident. And now I'm really trying to cultivate that for myself. So by doing things that make me feel good and just loving myself and my body. And when I get to a place where I can really love myself, then I'll be able to give that confident, whole, self-assured person to someone else again. But until that happens, I love being on my own. All the women independent. Okay. This is an aggressive one. You are very aggressive in the bedroom. You are very aggressive with your texty keyboard. A lady never kisses and tells. You'll have to just stick with whatever's happening in your imagination. You work out all the time and are super fit with 3 peach emojis. I don't work out all the time and I am not super fit, but I love dance classes and Pilates classes, and they make me feel really good, and I do some yoga before bed, and that just makes me feel good and confident and puts me back into my body on those days where I'm feeling very much inside my own head. You've thought about getting one of those baby carriers, but for your dogs. I have one. It's a backpack. I like to wear it on the front. It's stupid and the best thing at the same time. If I could get a purse where I could fit both of them and they weren't so heavy to carry it, I would totally do that. You are a very caring and inspirational person. Thank you. I mean, I try to be. I try to inspire you guys to live a more compassionate and happy life. So if I'm doing that, I'm glad. So that was all the ones for my Edgy Veg page. So now, let's go to my personal Instagram, which if you haven't followed there and you want to see another side of me, you can definitely do that. I'll put my handle here, but yeah, it's up to you. There's a lot more going on that page sometimes. It's not just food, because I do like to keep the Edgy Veg Instagram to just food. Okay, let's see. You are a dominant in every facet of your life. I have heard that I do have a very dominating personality. I've heard that I can be very bossy or stubborn. I think that's because I'm a Taurus. So that's probably right. I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, it definitely is maybe the reason for the drive that I have, and the fact that I'm hardworking. I don't know. You're happier and more self-assured now that you're divorced. Absolutely. And I was in a toxic relationship, and we just didn't bring out the best in each other, and I definitely was made to feel guilty for my accomplishments. So now that I don't have that person to turn to constantly be like, look at this thing that I did, aren't you proud of me? I'm learning to just be proud of myself and surround myself with people that are also proud of me and want to lift me up the same way that I lift them up. So absolutely, I feel so much happier and lighter, like physically lighter, now that I'm on my own. You love orgies. What is with you guys? I will not dignify that response with an answer. You hate 13th century Finnish poetry. Okay, let me just Google for a sec. What does 13th century Finnish poetry look like? I don't speak Finnish. That should have been my first inclination that I would not be into it. And I can't even begin to try and read this shit. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not into it because I don't speak Finnish. You were always really popular in high school because you seem lovely and chic. No, I was a huge stoner, like a huge stoner. I would smoke weed and read books and do math. I was a huge math nerd. I loved to read and I would hang out alone a lot. I was bullied a lot in high school and elementary school. I moved halfway through elementary school. I had a lot of friends in my first elementary school when I first moved to Canada, and then I moved elementary schools, and then I was the new kid. And no one wants to be the new kid because everybody has their friends and everybody's like, no new friends, we're good. Sit there alone because kids are dicks. And so I spent a lot of time alone. I remember standing outside a recess by myself and girls putting chewed up gum wrappers in my hoodie. Whatever, look at me now, glow up. Whatever, a little bit of shade there. So no, I wasn't. I was bullied a lot. You'd rather eat fries than go to the gym. Oh, yes. Oh, like, is there a more perfect food? Is there a more perfect food than French fries? No, and I hate the gym. I hate the gym, which is why I do Pilates and dance classes. You had lots of friends in high school. No, I switched friend groups a lot because I didn't ever feel like I had a place, and because I was bullied for so long when I did start having friends, it was hard for me to trust people. And when I was then eventually in a friend group, then I got like slut shamed. And even though I was a virgin till I was like 17. But yeah, kids are dicks. That's it. You take life too seriously and it can drive you crazy. You know what? I used to take life way too seriously. And now that I'm single, I really don't. I try to have fun and relax, because I spent years of my life taking life way too seriously, and it just made me crotchety and grumpy, and I was miserable because I was a perfectionist and everything had to be a certain way, and I was in a toxic relationship and there was a lot of resentment, and it just, you know what, you have to just laugh and smile and happens and you do the best that you can, and now I'm trying to live that more zen, relaxed, balanced life. You do 10 minutes of ab workouts every day. No, but I should. Maybe that's a new goal for me. Thank you for suggesting that. I'm going to do that. You really like sex. Who doesn't really like sex? Sex is great. It's good for you. It feels good. You can make yourself feel really confident when you do it. Who doesn't like sex? Sex is great. You are a very sweet and awesome person. I try. I really do try to just live my life as compassionately causing the least amount of harm possible. That is my goal in life. So if I'm doing that, I'm glad. You're a super confident and empathetic person. I'm definitely empathetic. I went through a lot of things in my life, from early childhood traumas to more recent ones that have made me very empathetic to other people, especially when it comes to mental health and struggles with yourself, struggles in relationships. And also, I think the fact that I'm vegan just shows that I'm empathetic. The idea of me inflicting pain on someone else or someone going through pain really bothers me. I can't watch super violent movies or television because I physically feel it. I guess that makes you an empath. Yeah, so yes, that's true. You're a lot of fun. I try. You get hit on 24/7. No. Actually, no, I really don't. Actually, funny story. So I go out dancing a lot. I'm into house music and techno and whatnot. And so I have a lot of friends in that scene. And so we'll go out dancing. And I think that scene, just everybody's so into the music, and it's not like a traditional downtown younger club where I feel like a lot of the men are just like out to try and go get laid. Like they're like, let's get laid, which is not the case where I hang out. Like it's adults enjoying music and dancing, and that's it. So I don't really get hit on. But I did go to a bar a couple weekends ago, and I was just having a drink with a friend of mine who I haven't seen in a while, and I was super lazy and my hair was gross and greasy, so I just put it in pigtails. And honestly, I have never been approached more than that night. Like I can go out like this and no one will talk to me, but put my hair in some pigtails and last night's makeup, and apparently I'm approachable, so who knows. You're extremely beautiful. You're extremely beautiful and have a very sexual nature. I mean, I don't think me being beautiful is an assumption. You either believe that or you don't. So I don't know about that. I mean, I think I'm okay. Meh. whatever, and you have a very sexual nature. I have a sensual nature. I have a thing with atmosphere, so I need my home and my atmosphere to be sensual and almost sexual in nature. So I like candles, I like fuzzy things. I'm very much into texture and ambiance. At night, I don't have lights on in my condo. I like candles. I like to wear, you know, like a velvet robe when I'm around my house. I like clothes that make me feel sensual. Yeah, I mean, it's a great way for you to tap into your self-confidence. For me anyway, that's how I became more confident, was taking the time to make my space feel like it did have a sensual, sexual energy to it. I mean, something definitely does happen to you when you turn 30 as a woman, where you all of a sudden are a 15-year-old boy going through puberty for the first time. But I'll leave you with that. Your favorite side from Fresh are quinoa onion rings with chipotle mayo dip. How did you know that? So good. Their quinoa onion rings are so good. They're not like battered traditionally like normal onion rings. They're like crunchy. Oh, they're so good. You've been vegan your whole life? No. I grew up mostly vegetarian. My mom was vegetarian because she is a Seventh-day Adventist. So they promote a healthy vegan lifestyle. But vegan wasn't like a big thing back then. So we were mostly vegetarian. I think the only meat I really ate was chicken here and there. And then in university, I had my first steak and I just kind of was like, this isn't really for me. But I always loved burgers, but we always had veggie burgers because my mom was vegetarian. And so we grew up mostly vegetarian. You treat your dogs better than yourself. You have no idea. These dogs have the best life. They're so happy all the time. They get organic, vegan, gluten-free dog food, and oh, you're so sweet. They sleep in the bed with me. Honestly, they will go and lay in the bed and then I have to put myself into bed around them. Like, I won't even move if they're asleep on me. Like, I'm like, well, I live here now, because I am so worried that I'll wake them up and then I'll feel bad. They have such a good life. They really do. The next step to our amazing life together is traveling together, isn't it? We're gonna see the world together. Yes, we are. She's like, what are you even talking about? Yeah, they have the best life. Like, if reincarnation is real, I would like to come back as a dog who has an owner like me. Like, I would like to come back as Harley. Where's my other one? Oh, here he is. You guys are always commenting that I always have Harley and that I'm leaving Winston out. And full disclosure, it's not because I love one more than the other. It's just, he doesn't really enjoy being held or snuggled. Like, he's a very shy, anxious dog. And like, he'll hang out like this for a little bit, but usually will not stay there. He's gotten better. So after the breakup, he kind of took on this role as my protector. He wasn't big into snuggling. Like, he wouldn't really sleep in the bed very much. He'd sleep on the floor, like right by the door, and make sure I was okay. But he's, see? He doesn't want to be here. So yeah, I do love them both equally. He just doesn't like to be held as much. So that's why he doesn't get as much. Guys, hey, you don't have many friends, but the one you have are ride or dies. Yes, this is true. I lost a lot of friends in the breakup, and that was because we were a very tight-knit group of people, and a lot of us lived in the same building or in the same area. And they were just, you know what, I saw now that they were just the wrong type of friends. I asked some of them for space because they were still all hanging out, and I just needed not to be triggered on a regular basis by hearing about what my ex-husband was doing, and some of them didn't respect that. So I did lose a lot of friends. The friends that I have now, we are always there for each other. We make time for each other. We talk every single day, even if it's just a text message to see how we're doing. We're always checking in, and we have fun. Like, we go out and it's not like party, party, party. We do things that mean things, and we're all building our own businesses or projects, and it's just nice. It's nice to have a lot of friends. I mean, I have a lot of acquaintances. My group of acquaintances is quite large. There's a lot of different groups, but my very close ones, I only have a few, and I'm okay with that because you don't need a lot of friends. You just need really, really good friends. So you would be correct. You're Winston. All right, let's wrap this before the dogs lose their minds. You're a thoughtful friend and partner. I like to think I am. I really do try to be there for my friends. My anxiety sometimes stops me from remembering other people. So it can sometimes cause me to be flaky or unsure or selfish, because when I have really bad anxiety, I do need to self-soothe, and I need to I'm trying to work. It can cause me to come across as selfish because I am trying to self-soothe and take care of myself because I want to be able to take care of myself before I take care of other people. But I'm definitely, when I'm in a relationship, I want to do everything for that person. And I do run into the issue of losing myself in relationships or losing myself in friendships because I like to please people. I like to serve people. And sometimes I do get taken advantage of for that. But I love making people feel good and feel happy. Assumption, you should be sleeping, but you're still on Insta every night. Always. We'll have to see what you guys are up to. All right, guys, so those are all the assumptions from my Edgy Veg account and then from my Candace_Hutchings account. You can follow both of them if you want. They're fun pages. I think so anyway. The dogs also have their own Insta. But yeah, those were super fun. You guys are so sweet and also funny and inappropriate. And I'm down for that. You're kind of pervy like I am. If you like these types of me just like talking to you guys to the camera video, let me know in the comment section below and give this video a big thumbs up. And also let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos you guys want to see. What kind of topics you want me to talk about. Do you like the Q&As? Do you like the mukbangs, whatever they're called? Give me some fun video ideas. I need some new talking to you guys and sharing my life with you guys content. So let me know in the comment section. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss out on new videos twice a week, every single week. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye-bye.